He's about to rip the adamantium out of his bones. He's about to rip that. God.
For the love of God!
Greetings, salutations, what's good everybody? It's your boy Ekard here with my partner in crime.
Hey guys, what's up? It's OTK.
Yes sir, hopefully you guys are having a great day. Yeah, it's X-Men Day.
It is.
Yeah, after last week's, crazy events, people are already going crazy on Twitter. We had the Bob, well, or X, we had the Bob and Weave, all the different types of spoilers. But yeah, I guess anything you want to say before we jump in?
No, not today. Not this week. Not
Okay.
this week.
All right, let's see exactly what happens for episode 9. Crazy, like only one episode away from the finale.
I know already. I feel like we just started this.
Yes.
Here's the X-Men show. Hey, look, it's Cyclops. Jean Grey. Hey, oh my God, it's Storm. She's back. Hey, look, it's Logan. He's angry and Morph.
Oh, Kyrie.
Hey, Astro. All right, nothing new this week. Nothing.
Well, Storm.
Oh yeah, besides Storm.
Yeah.
But she's always fantastic and new, so
Yeah.
it's always a pleasant surprise to see her.
Especially with the classic.
Oh, that's right. Magneto did get out. Oh, and a few people. Someone was like, he just murked a bunch of people, and I just kept thinking, did Magneto turn off like all the life-saving machines in the hospitals? Like,
You thought
Please.
Genosha was bad? Wow. Oh, bad. Time to bring the smoke. Speaking of the smoke.
well, you should have never turned your mother into a Sentinel, fool.
Yeah.
Fucking barbecue them all, Storm. Fuck those bitches.
Oh, man. Lord. That's mother.
What did you expect was going to happen when you tossed him to school? I wanted you two to be free.
This man, yo, son.
To have a family.
Scott, what are you saying?
Loyalty to me.
And that's fair.
I'd still be pulled into
I mean, but he's not a psychic.
Yeah.
A precog, I mean. He's not a precog.
I'm right back here.
Yeah. Yeah. Bro, there's no time for this. Pop the pain, please.
Oh, well.
We missed the hoedown. Collector ages ago.
Oh, me,
He's like,
Yeah.
ain't no thing. I just be doing shit. Oh, well, fuck the planet. Okay, well, no, not fuck the planet, because the planet didn't do anything. Fuck the people on the planet.
Oh man, got the smoke, Magneto, bro.
Everyone, take it, wait.
I brought you. Do not make Magnus pay for my designs.
I'm confused, because Magneto didn't start this shit.
Like, what I was gonna say, like, what about the man, the ultimate red flag right now in Bastion?
Wait, okay, wait a minute. Can you pause it real quick?
I got you.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, so Charles is in like his OG original 60s wheelchair blanket look. Sunspot is in his New Mutants look. That's the training uniform. Jubilee stole that black outfit. Go girl. Fuck capitalism. It's more like her late 90s, early 2000s vampire Jubilee look, which yes, get it, girl. And it looks like Rogue is in her like it's more like an OG costume, all green, and I think she's just wearing, Gambit jacket because she misses him and shit, but like all pooky. So I'm really digging that we're getting original looks.
Yeah, with some
on the page, yeah.
modern. Yeah.
Yeah, with some modern touches here and there, and just like, okay. Sorry, I just had to live in that moment because I'm just like, it's a feast for the eyes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
man the bad guy your school?
Everyone, I'm like,
Oh man.
please,
Oh wait,
please.
he says the Blade game is over after just yo, Scott, bro. This man just can't pick a side, bro. Like, yeah.
A little bit of a sore spot.
Yeah.
People and not students.
Everyone, wait a second.
Mm.
I'm no Charles fan.
Lord.
Well, looks like you don't have to look far for Magneto.
Yeah.
You said, Daddy's home. Daddy's home.
Oh man.
Abandoned us for your sheer bird queen you bequeathed
Oh.
to me. Asked me to walk your path. Are you prepared to walk mine?
He said, when you left me for that slut.
Oh man.
Humanity undo Genosha.
They will not.
They wouldn't, definitely not.
How many more
I got so much to say about all this shit.
Your professor's dream is dead. So I offer a new one. And look down upon this fallen pigsty planet.
We are not gods, Magnus.
First, the Milky Way's a ghetto, and now we're living on a pigsty planet.
Yeah.
We're just taking shots.
Milky Way ghetto.
My X-Men.
Ooh.
Rogue, no.
Rogue, yes.
Yeah.
Stand by
Oh,
the
yeah.
choice.
Rogue, do not turn your back on family.
You were gone, gal.
Ooh.
None of you were dead when Genosha fell. Who dies next, Professor?
Oh, who dies next? Wow.
Who knows?
Yo.
Oh, God.
Roberto.
Oh, God.
My mom handed
Yeah.
me over to the Prime Sentinels, you believe.
Ooh.
Yeah. That what? Yeah.
Me.
You're not enough.
Girl, we just met.
The off
Yo.
In the comics, he has Rogue, yes, relationships, but he has ties with both these characters. So I'm just like, oh God, so much to say.
I mean, that would have been cool too.
And that's a callback to the X-Men movie.
Against Magneto will-
Oh man.
Oh, we're going for
My
OG
X-Men and I
outfits.
are your best hope to avoid
Oh,
that.
yes. Look at Marvel Girl. But that's really cute. Look, I'm not like a Jean Scott stan. I understand the relationship fundamentally, and a lot of times they're super cute. Like, that's sweet. A high school sweetheart. It's so sweet.
He's come a long way from playing with toys.
And drawing his cute little funny photos.
Magneto's blackout have shut these things down.
Oh, Morph outfit it looks like his exile suit. Their exile suit. I apologize. And of course they divvied up between 90s blue and gold team, hot shit, real hot girl shit.
Make them mind your weather, sister, and them weather your mind.
Powerful lines right there, man. Powerful
Gold
lines right
team, and
there.
then
Yo, X-Men about to spin the block real quick.
oh, even Hank he's drawn very OG style.
A Hulk? All right, Morph.
More smash.
Oh man. This is
Nice.
about the best the Hulk has looked in years. Considering in the MCU, you know.
Yeah, even his coloring, it's very not OG Beast because he was more human, but like when he first started turning more bestial, I'm fucking the choices. Come on, Marvel Girl, come on, girl.
Damn, the set pieces, animation.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh. Oh. Meanwhile.
Yes, Gene. Ooh. Oh yes. Oh, Rogue.
Oh. Bro, this Wolverine outfit.
Time out, sugar. You're playing to kill.
Oh man.
That's so sexy.
Yo.
Magnus, please! Thousands are dead, and more will follow unless we...
Thousands more died on Genosha. Whose lives matter more? I'm sorry.
This ain't the time to be apologizing. It's too late.
It's too late to apologize.
Yep.
Oh, nice, nice.
Oh man.
Oh, how I've waited to say these 2 words to you, old friend.
Get fucked.
Shut up.
Close
Yeah,
enough.
Yeah.
They're pushing Jean.
Yeah.
I'm afraid she's about to go Phoenix on their ass.
Oh no. Morph, of course.
Oh, no, it's not the eggs. I don't know. I have to. Come on, Hank. Come on, Hank.
Oh, bro.
Don't.
Oh.
Oh God. Okay. I thought he was gonna rip him apart or something. I don't know. This show has scarred me. I got very scared.
After episode 5, man.
Yeah, I got very scared.
Bastion yet.
She's like, you little bitch, come out. Makes sense that he would have some control over him because of the techno virus.
Listen to me. Sinister's controlling you just like he controlled your mother.
Like you.
That means,
man.
girl, me too.
Oh, wait.
Girl, me too. He said, girl, me too.
Yep. Yo! The animation on that. Wait.
Scott.
Jean, stop playing. Jean, stop playing.
Nathan.
Jean, why are you playing in my face? Did you forget your bones?
Oh.
Me no choice, Magnus.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Right? That's.
Oh, wait. Oh.
Someone's
Oh.
mad.
Charles, you're a traitor to your race.
There's a lot of that going around.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Been in a lot of wars, bub. The brave always die first.
Finally,
Huh?
this feud is
Over.
He's about to rip the adamantium out of his bones. He's about to rip that. God.
For the love of God, don't do this!
What?
Okay, girl. Okay, girl. All right, girl. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit.
I just need to talk about the
Go
last
ahead.
thing we just saw, because
Go ahead.
last week I vividly remember saying that, you know, of my very few, so guys, of course, my very few X-Men knowledge, you know, of the comics that I've like read over time, or just peeked into things and whatnot. But someone a few weeks ago mentioned something about Fatal Attraction, right, Caleb? Which you famously did. And I was just like, oh, okay, I remember something like that. And then I mean Wolverine, like correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't that like a famous panel?
Yes.
Bro.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm just going off of this episode alone, man. Like, so much, like, the stakes were absolutely raised from last week. Like, it just makes it really pales in comparison to what we got last week. Like the amount of stakes that were raised in this episode alone. I had a feeling once we saw Magneto again that it was gonna come down to a fight. You know, like that pretty much was like sealing the deal once he was revealed to be alive again. And it was just like, damn, I wonder who's gonna get clapped. I said I could see it, like, and it's so crazy saying this too, like 2-3 weeks ago, saying that yeah, I just see something like this happening, and then that's when you had mentioned, you know, about Fatal Attraction, because we were talking so much about Cable and his reappearance, in the series, and so I was just like, yo, this would be crazy if they if it came to pass. I was thinking like after, and this is before we even knew a season two or even three was in the works and whatnot. So I was like, maybe it won't happen this season. Like there won't be like that clash. Yeah, like seeing Sunspot and Rogue, of course, go to Magneto. That was really interesting. I mean, I well Sunspot more so, especially because I don't know as much
Mm.
about him. So like the tidbit that you did share about him, having like relationships with Magneto and Rogue within the comic itself. I thought that was a cool sight to see. Speak I'm just gonna speak from an animation standpoint because
Mm-hmm.
the level of animation compared to what we saw in episode one to what we're seeing now in episode nine, it's just like it just continues to like raise the bar. Because I it's so funny, like thinking back at episode one, like some of the quips that a lot of people had about like how the animation was looking and whatnot, and it just like it got time to mature into this style.
Mm-hmm.
Style that fuses both the classics and modern technology together, to put together these set pieces that some like a lot of times they're just breathtaking. Like it could be like with Storm whipping up the hurricane, to the portion with Cable and Jean, just in the animation alone. Like I always love that, like the animation when it happens, like when it's like a clash between like superpowers and everything. So I thought that was like that looks so good. I can't like I'm trying to pull it up here again. Like damn, that looked so good, and this is like hats off to these animators, man, because they've been in their bag. Um, like they've been in their absolute bag in pulling this scene off here. Like that was just gorgeous, and I can't like if this is episode 9, right? What the
Yeah.
hell is gonna happen to episode 10? Um, and yeah, I'm gonna just let you take over because I like I'm, I'm speaking in the now, but like son,
And I have to speak in the back then.
yes, yes,
All right, so let's start with the first half of the episode.
mm-hmm,
Everyone kind of in their emotions, and kind of really ganging up on Charles.
mm-hmm,
Look, I agree. He was up and gone, and without him being there, especially when you feel like when it is your mentor and your teacher and someone you followed for so long
mm-hmm,
is up in space in someone else's business, you know what I mean? And all this happens while they're gone, you're in your feelings about it.
mm-hmm.
I completely understand. A lot has happened. A lot has happened.
Yeah,
Uh, and so I get everyone being real raw and upset about it. And I reiterate, I'm not like a huge Charles Xavier fan.
mm-hmm,
It's never gonna be a moment where I'm just like, Stan Charles Xavier. I mean, Stan Charles Xavier because he brought together all these people, but
yeah,
like, um, fundamentally over the years, he's a very flawed character, which is great. It's good to
mm-hmm,
your mentors to be flawed. It's good to have the people that you look up to be flawed.
yeah,
He's not perfect and Magneto isn't perfect, and they're a good two sides of in my opinion, even though their ideals differ, they're two sides of the same coin. They
mm-hmm,
just go about their dreams similar but different ways, right?
mm-hmm,
He creates like it's not like he set out to create a child army. It just, he set out to create a safe haven and then just the world happens. His life is of coexistence, but he's trained these kids to fight
mm-hmm.
and defend themselves, but mostly to defend the people around them.
Yeah,
Magneto's just like it's enough for defending the people around you. We really need to start protecting ourselves, right?
yeah,
Originally, Magneto's more of Homo's superior supremacist. Mutants are top, everyone else is garbage. Um, and then later on, through the Claremont run, he gets more pathos and character growth beyond just being a mutant supremacist, right? Which is the character that a lot of us revere and love so much. Especially like, and I think that's also an important to kind of caddy off of, because these characters have been around for so many years,
Yeah.
and we talk about this all the time. These characters have been around for so many years. They've swapped hands, they've swapped stories. Some people have brought them back to their original framework, other people have allowed them to grow. But all in all, it's like without these stories or with the way these writers handle them, we wouldn't be in love with these characters, right?
Yeah.
And with something like the X-Men or just American comics in general, though it can be a pain in the ass to have so many people write these characters, because sometimes you can really see some writers either through how they view these characters or just company mandates get a lot of the fundamentals of these characters wrong. And it's not just from a fan standpoint. You could just look at how some of these characters have been written and go, what is happening?
Yeah.
Like, it's just this seems like a different character altogether. You're not even reverting them back to bare bones. They're just out of character, right?
Yeah.
And that happens. But then it's also that chance, that opportunity you have to just pick your favorite writer, pick a time in comics, and start from there. You could pick any point in time, no matter the writer, to find something you love about these characters.
Yeah.
Whether it's like you find a book, and whether you don't like the writer before, you don't like the writer after, at least you have that book. And then, you hope another writer comes back around to get the essence of what you fell in love with this writer, or this original writer that you love for this character. So I want to say that. Now, again, I agree everyone being in their bag. And rightfully so. He did fuck off to space with his bird woman. Up in someone else, but also up in someone else's drama, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like it's like I say when we watch other things. The stories, just because you're not a part of the stories are still gonna happen. It's all about where you land in the story. So what's going on in Shi'ar space and with the Shi'ar Empire would have happened whether or not Charles was there, but he does have an influence on how Lilandra treats the situation because they're in love and starting a relationship.
Yeah.
And it does affect how other people view her and his place in that. But there's been drama there. There's been drama there, and as we know from the comics, they'd be staying with drama.
Yeah.
Like the Shi'ar are messy. So it is very much just like, yo, we had our own mess here to clean. But you fucked off in other people's drama and business. Like, come on now. So I get that. But I do think everyone's really just doing a little too much, right? He's not a precog. How could he know all this was gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
It would have been nice to talk it out with Scott and Jean about his plans instead of just, surprise, Magneto's here, he's gonna take care of everything. Of course.
Yeah.
Right? It's better to talk about what's gonna happen instead of just tossing it on someone's lap.
Yeah.
But he's not a precog. He didn't know Genosha was gonna happen. He didn't know all this. He looked at a friend who he saw something in that could help. Like, he saw in Magneto, you may not fully believe in my dream, but I know if you're around my students, if you're around these people that could help influence you and change your mind and vice versa,
Yeah.
the future is going to be better, right?
Yeah.
Like, in my head, that's kind of how I like to see the situation. He looked at it, was just like, I believe in my students, and I still believe in you, my friend. And if you guys just influence each other and work together, maybe you guys can achieve something I could never. So, I mean, that could be me reading too much into it, but that's how I feel the situation originally shakes out.
Yeah.
And for them all to be blaming Magneto, I'm like, bro, he came to you guys pretty chill. Like, it's not like he was knocking down doors and busting human skulls. He was just like, all right, we'll figure this out.
Yeah.
He willingly gave himself up for trial. He let everyone know the situation. He saved a bunch of people at the trial. He was trying. It's not like he wasn't trying. He was trying. But then humanity showed him just because you're trying doesn't mean we're going to play along.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. He was still wary, and with good reason, because his history has keep showing us we just keep following into the same mistakes and the same patterns. History just keeps repeating herself.
Mhm.
And I reiterate again, look at what's happening around us currently, right?
Yeah.
Especially when he tacks on like, um, we have there's the back and forth between Eric and Charles, and they're talking and pretty much just surmises to we could change the future, but like these things just keep happening, right?
Yeah.
These things are gonna keep happening. Um, so Charles hoped for the best, fucked off. Like, yeah, I get the animosity. Everyone is entitled to their feelings and opinions, but it feels very like you're a bunch of adults. Like, come on, sit
Mhm.
down and think right. I don't know. That's just how I feel at my big old age. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't think Magneto should have turned off the power on Earth, right?
Yeah.
But I don't condemn him for it. I also don't condemn Charles for believing in his friend and thinking that his two oldest students could go off and live a life, and
Mhm.
with his oldest friend can create a place where if they ended up working together and coming to an understanding,
Mhm.
can create a safe haven for Genosha, can create a
Yeah.
Genosha. Um, so it is very like, I think a lot of the feelings are misplaced. And then to tack on to like Logan last week going, Magneto started it. Magneto didn't start this.
Yeah. No.
Like when Rogue like tackles him and goes, "You're out to kill." It is very much just like stopping a man from not seeing past his nose.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, he didn't start this. He came to you guys to help, and that's what was happening. He didn't, like I said, he's not going around door to door knocking Homo sapien heads in. He was like, "All right, we'll try this," and then the bigots came to the door and again blew the school up.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't set apart the Prime Sentinels. He didn't create Bastion. He didn't create the situation on Genosha. Magneto, it's just his response to a situation he finds himself in yet again.
Yeah.
It's not the first time, and he said it in episode 2. Is it episode 2, The Trial of Magneto, or episode 4? I don't remember. Maybe it is episode 2. Wow, a lot has happened in this
Yeah.
show.
It's possible. Yeah.
But he lets them know, he's like, "Don't let me let you down. I'm willing to try
Yes. That was
this."
episode. That was episode
Yeah,
2.
yeah. He's like, "I'm willing to try this. I'm willing to do better, I guess. Um, but don't push me." And that's fair, because humans are trash, right?
Mhm.
And it's a fair warning. And they pushed him. Because as we saw with Bastion's little bigot meeting, he's not the only one orchestrating this, right?
Yeah.
It's not just him, it's others as well with their hands in the pot, orchestrating what happened on Genosha and
Yeah.
orchestrating everything else that's to roll out for mutants.
Yeah.
So it's look, it's good to start off with the belief in people you don't know and with the hope that they're gonna do right by you.
Yeah.
Because it is sad to just go through the world being cynical and thinking everyone's out to hurt you, but you'd also be a fool and letting yourself down if you don't second guess people's motives,
Mhm.
especially when you've been hurt so much, and then you can clock the patterns of oppression and bigotry and hate
Yeah.
in the people and other people that are coming into your life or the people around you, right?
Yeah.
It's just I feel like Magneto kind of was just like, I'm being mindful of the situation. I'm not going to fully trust you because you've proven in the past that you guys can't be trusted. And what was Magneto? Magneto was right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
it all feels very much like displaced anger towards Eric and towards Magneto. It very much just like they can't predict the future. They're only along for the ride and can only react to what's being acted upon them and the situations they find themselves in.
Yeah.
Um, Sunspot and Rogue going with Magneto makes perfect sense. Um, Sunspot gets close with okay, so in the comics, in what happens when Charles dies, but he's really off, like fucked off in space.
Yeah.
Or does he die or does he fuck off to space? He does at some point in the comics, and then at another point he does fuck off to space. Whatever. Comics. Magneto becomes the headmaster of the school. His class is really the New Mutants, which is like Sunspot, Magic, Danny Moonstar, Magma, Rain. Um, and in that run, he starts building a closer relationship with them. Now, just like the X-Men in this series, they're
Yeah.
very against the idea of Magneto coming in to teach them essentially,
Yeah.
and it is very like
Hostile.
tense and is
Yeah.
very all the like students are like, fuck you, you're not my dad. Like for a good
You're not
like
my
for the first
dad.
half like you're not my dad. Um but through that, he builds a relationship with them, builds understanding with them, and then through the years builds more of a bond with them. I think also recently in the last like 2 years of comics, Sunspot and Magneto have had more interactions with each other, which is really nice because he was there when like New Mutants were like extra popping off. So yeah, to me, I'm just like, well, yeah, that makes sense that he would go with them in a comic sense, in the cartoon sense.
Yeah.
What he says to Jubilee, like, yeah, my mom just sold me out. What I want this to end, and I
Yeah.
don't want this to keep happening. So, girl, you cute and all, but I don't. You. It's not like y'all protected me, and it seems like I can run a better chance with this guy right
Yeah.
now, anyway. Um. Rogue because she's Mystique's daughter. I don't know, her speech, I was just like, "Oh, Raven." Just somewhere Mystique is smirking and she doesn't know why. Um, it felt very like, yeah, that's it. I don't know, like a very cohesive. This is a woman who just witnessed a genocide.
Yeah.
Everyone else wasn't there. She again is one of the only survivors
Yeah.
of the genocide that she experienced. She also has the training from Mystique to be like, look, humans keep fucking us over. Espionage, spy shit, blah
Yeah.
blah blah. Then people call them terrorists. I call them freedom fighters. And then spending time with Magneto on the Savage Land. So it's all of that coming together to be like, yeah, we had a safe space. I'm done. I said from jump that I wanted to do for my community.
Yeah.
Whatever y'all are doing isn't doing enough for the community.
Yeah.
I obviously they don't know what Magneto and her talked about on Genosha, um, but she's still holding on to that hope of, yeah, we had something, we were building something. You guys are, I don't know what you guys are fighting for at the moment, but it's time to move on and try something else because this isn't working.
Yeah.
And she straight up clocks all of them, clocked the T on all of them. She like, all fairness to Storm, she didn't have her powers, but it is also like you also fucked off.
Yeah.
Like, I get it, girl. You were going through your shit, and fair enough, but you fucked off. Um, Jean, Scott, and Madeline, or even though Madeline was on Genosha, but Jean and Scott are going through their own bullshit,
Yeah.
and so it's just like
What family?
you were all
At this
dealing with
point.
your own. Yeah, you were all dealing with your own shit. No one was here to mind the house, and look at what happened to the house.
Yeah.
The house blew up. Like,
Yeah.
what do you guys want me to do? Um, so like to me, it's just it is just very like that's bloop. So like, oh, that felt really, really good. To have her choose Magneto. In this sense anyway. um, I don't know, it just felt right. Like I said in episode 7, I like that she's angry.
Hmm.
And I've really felt in the last couple years there is this anger that she should have that she doesn't have in comics. Um and that has to come down with writing and how people honestly view her character. And honestly, that also has to do with how she's portrayed in the 90s cartoon and in the 90s comics, but come see, come saw. A good example of mutant rage that's been shown recently in comics would be Kitty Pryde
Hmm.
after the Hellfire Gala, where she just goes and like murks a bunch of Orcus members. And God, that was so cathartic. Um, but that's kind of how I feel what's happening with Rogue here. She's not I mean, it's a cartoon, so she's not necessarily killing people, but
Yeah.
she was doing damage. Um, but yeah, it just and having her do that in that outfit, that's like her OG outfit, I was like, "Ooh, this is very
Callback. Yeah.
ooh, that's so delicious." I love it. Um, all right, now for the latter half of the episode and taking out everyone's like emotions and feelings. Oh, I also just want to say too, this is like, it is very much just like she hasn't had a moment to breathe through her grief and work through it. Because it's like hit after hit after hit.
Yeah.
So it's also
Similar
like,
to
I'm
how
still very
Storm was.
angry.
Yeah.
The man I really love is dead because of these people's bullshit.
Yeah.
Um, enough is enough, right?
Yeah.
Um, so
That's why
bad.
Magneto was
Uh,
like, enough, and turned off the power.
yeah. Um,
Oh man.
now, as for breaking off into the blue and gold team, I like that they got their asses handed to them because it shows that the X-Men are infallible. Like they can be
Yeah.
beaten, right? They're not like as Xavier says, they're not gods. They're still practical things with their abilities and depending on who you're fighting, whether or not they have durability and resistance and all that other stuff, right?
Yeah.
Um plus it's always like the overwhelming odds of how a small group on their own, even though powerful, can't necessarily always take on a surprising amount of opposition. Like there were so many sentinels on that island,
Yeah.
right? And Meg just like that's crazy. So let's take, I think it's gold team. I think Storm's team is the gold team. Um Nathan versus Jean. He definitely hyper viper beamed her. That was crazy. I also think I clocked that some of his power signature when he was like telekinetically blasting her
Yeah.
kind of went purple and green a little bit, like on the edges. I don't know if that was just wishful thinking on my part.
Pulling it up.
Yeah,
So there's
okay.
some
So
purple.
it's just
Yeah.
purple electricities. And I was just like, I don't know if that's just because part of his power signature or just like a nice callback to Maddie. And again, I cannot stress this enough. The fact that he's so Maddie, he's like, Madeline was my, like, it's just so nice, guys. It's so sweet and it's so nice. I know some
Yeah.
people are like, well, technically, technically DNA-wise, Jean Grey is his mom, but
Yeah.
like, it's just really nice. It's just really sweet and a nice like tick on the board for Madeline
Hmm.
Pryor just to have that. Because in the comics, it's definitely not like that. It's really not. Um, so Sinister being able to mind control him makes sense because of the techno-organic virus that he implanted into Cable when he was a baby. Just because it's at bay doesn't mean it's gone. So like I
Yeah.
believe with Cable, he's using technology and his own powers to keep the techno virus from taking over his body, right?
Yeah.
Um, so being close to the person that infected you, essentially, uh, it makes sense that he was able to control his mind. Um, and that fact that he used like it's just very nice because I'm not a Cable stan, but I don't think in the comics Cable really uses his TK powers too much. It's
Hmm.
mostly just like the guns and on occasion because you still see his power signature in his
Yeah.
eye. Um, but it's not like as far as I know, that I've read, it probably has happened in comics, but like that was
Yeah.
crazy. That
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
crazy. Really good, nice, because he is Madeline and Scott's son. He has the powers of his parents.
Yeah.
So that was just really nice to see. Very clean animation. Love that. Um Now I could understand, like, I feel like Jean's playing in our face, but I was just like, girl, just Phoenix out. But I could also understand her not,
One of
like,
Phoenix against you
not
know,
wanting to do it
type of,
against Nathan,
yeah,
right?
Nathan, yeah.
So I'm just like, something's gonna happen next episode where she just like the Phoenix has had enough and it's just like, "Wah!"
Yeah, everything's gonna go down.
Because they
Um,
wouldn't keep showing that clip of Dark Phoenix in the opening if it wasn't for something. Because it feels like everything that they've shown in the opening
yeah,
has had some sort of payoff in a way in this series. Like
yeah,
Nimrod, showing Cable versus Apocalypse. That's also why I keep thinking Gambit's coming back as Death. Because I don't know. I don't know, guys. Oh, so much, so much. But yeah, Storm is also like, you know, she's not impenetrable. One good hit, and if she's not paying attention, takes
yeah,
her out. I personally think Forge is fine. I'm
yeah,
sure he built his way out of a plane crash situation. Um, but I got really nervous for Hank and Morph being captured by Bastion. That was crazy.
yeah,
Um, so that was all intense. The little speech Storm gives to Jean, their sisterhood and their bond is so wonderful and so beautiful. Um, like I said this in one of the animes we're watching. I'm never a big fan of female opposition with each other. I
slime.
really feel right. Um, Even though now it's growing and it's showing that a lot of the
Hmm.
female characters in Slime are working in tandem and working
Hmm.
together. But is not that it happens in every medium, but it's always so nice to see just strong female friendships, right?
Hmm.
Just the bond that these two have, and just that Jean is so like the fact that Storm was hurt and now Jean is so worried about her, but she's just like, girl, believe in me. We've been through this. Like that she said, it's
Hmm.
all the same. It keeps coming back. We got this. I got you. You got me. They should be afraid of both of us, girl. Don't worry. But Jean's like, I love you and you got hurt. I don't want you to get hurt again. So it's just like really nice. Um, Now that Asteroid M, yeah, that was spicy. Um, the X-Men fighting each other is always interesting because not
Hmm.
every X-Men agrees with each other. Not everyone who comes into the fold agrees with each other. Um, as we've seen in a lot of X-Men teams and
Hmm.
just team buildups through the years and just situations that have happened. Backstabbings and double crossings, even within teams. It's always a fun read. Um, but it takes a more emotional beat because since you started the show with everyone being so close,
Yeah.
to see your family fighting at the end, like I think
Literally
that's
falling
also
apart.
like
Yeah.
yeah, it's like to Charles, he's like, "What the fuck did I left and you guys were fine and now
Yeah. He's like,
you guys
no,
are like."
my X-Men.
Right,
Magneto's like, nah, he's my X-Men
right.
now.
Pretty much, he's like, "You left,
Yeah.
you fucked off. These are mine now. These are my kids.
You gave them to me
You
and
left
they're
them to
my
me. I
kids.
won the
Yeah.
custody battle.
Say,
You left
listen,
them to me in the
man, I might
divorce."
not be the dad. You know the me with the stepdad. I'm the dad that
But I'm
stepped
the
up.
dad that stepped up.
Yeah. So I'm not the stepdad. I'm the dad that stepped up.
Oh my god. So like,
Oh man.
um, now that was crazy. It is very much just like these two homos and their issues with each other just bleed into everything else. Becomes everyone else's drama. But like it is very like we've come to a head and now all we can do is throw fists at each other because you're not listening and you're not listening. I'm not listening. Let's start fighting. I think when it comes to Rogue tackling Logan and saying like you're out to kill, obviously that's
Mhm.
what he did. He fucking shinked Magneto in the back. And she was trying to stop that, like, bro, like, chill the fuck. It is very much just like, again, Magneto didn't start this, but you're holding on to an anger that is misplaced.
Yeah.
Your anger to stop him is misplaced. But it's also that strong belief in Charles's dream that no, now Magneto, you're doing too much. How could we trust you? And it also drives the point of Rogue speech when Magneto comes in and she's just like, we've all done bad things, right?
Yeah.
None of us are saints, except for maybe Jean and Scott, and Storm. Oh, okay. So a good chunk of them are saints. Well, actually, no, not Jean. She devoured
the names off. You start realizing, wait a minute.
Actually, wait, no,
Yeah.
gotta take Jean out of that because
Okay.
the Phoenix made her do some wild ass shit in space. So, but like, we all have a past. We're all trying to work out together. So it also feels, again, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but it feels like your anger is misplaced towards Magneto because you see yourself in Magneto for all the wrong that you feel you can't atone for. So you're trying to atone by stopping what you deem is the big bad instead of placing that anger towards what the real big bad is, right? Because he knows what Logan knows what losing control feels like.
Yeah.
Because he knows when he loses control, everything's fucked.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, that's me. That can't be me. We have to stop that.
Yeah.
So maybe that's his motivations. Maybe it's more just a surface level of, yeah, I don't fucking trust this guy. I never trusted this guy. Fuck this guy, right? Who knows?
Yeah.
Now, Scott stopping Charles from pretty much lobotomizing Eric. It's that whole watching your mentor go too far. Because really, all he had to do was put Magneto to sleep for a moment.
Yeah.
He didn't need to do all that. Now in the comics too, there is a part where Magneto does get lobotomized. I think he does get pretty much lobotomized by Charles.
I know. Doesn't he get? I know. I remember. Like I know he gets mind wiped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he gets mind wiped a few times.
Yeah.
As with comics, but there's a point where Magneto is like comatose. Or is it there's a specific panel and story in my head right now where Frenzy, who is who was an acolyte for Magneto, I think she's about to kill or lobotomize Charles and Magneto stops her, or the opposite way. I don't know. Comic book fans, if you know what I'm referring to, put it in the comments, but it's like in my brain. I always forget who's on the table and who stops Frenzy from pretty much lobotomizing the other. Yeah, but there's a part where like Magneto gets lobotomized and his acolytes are taking care of him, and but I can't fucking for the life of me remember if it's Charles that does that. I feel like it is because it feels like a lot of these beats are taken straight from the comics. But with Scott stopping him, it's like that his more revolutionary. It feels like with everything that's going on, with having to send, he didn't do it, but with being forced to send Nathan into the future, being asked about it, watching Genosha crumble, having the Prime Sentinels attack the mansion, look, and also being disillusioned with Xavier at this point in time. This is crazy. What Magneto's doing is crazy, but not enough for you to completely shut him down, right?
Yeah.
It's like he's like looking at it like everyone's doing a little too much. And so that's why he needed to stop Charles from putting Magneto down.
Yeah.
And he would have too, because the stakes were so heightened, and it's to the point where, and like I said, instead of just this is all so much too much, and I'm frazzled down. What the fuck did I walk into? And I'm trying to talk to you, but you're not listening. And like Charles isn't a perfect character, and Charles has done some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
A good example is like even in the cartoon when he's kind of trapped back by Magneto, Magneto has his helmet off and he flashes Holocaust memories into Magneto's head. So
yeah, making him relive the Holocaust, like, bro, that's insane.
So yes. Mans is extra, and quite out of pocket. So this is kind of just the next level of that, of just like, here's one step and now I'm taking it another step too far. And Scott was just like, this is bad. And also dealing with, oh, but wait a second, I think Jean just died too. Wait, they need more time. So like a lot is happening and a lot of emotions like are in the air, and but giving Magneto that breather and kind of just saying enough and just putting everyone in their corners essentially.
Yeah.
It's just like, you're all fighting me for what? What are you all fighting me for? And you're supposed to be like, I feel like to me in that moment, he was just like, you're supposed to be my friend and you're trying to shut me down? Are you
Yeah.
serious? And like he said, you weren't here. You weren't here. You didn't have to deal with this. You didn't see what I had to see. You weren't held captive. None of that happened to you, but you're trying to shut me down?
Yeah.
I look, Magneto was right, bro. Like, but yeah, and then Logan knifing him essentially, clawing him. Also happens in the comics. I think that also happens in the Grant Morrison run too, where he gets behind him and essentially kills Magneto, because I think Magneto dies at the end of that run. Because he's like high on some drug and like shit's crazy. Like he's like killing humans. That run is crazy. He's like killing humans. He's on drugs. Shit's nuts. And yeah, and him like just him going after Magneto. It's just like, bro, you have metal bones. Like,
Yeah.
and Magneto's like, bro, you have metal bones. Who am I? The master of magnetism. Fuck out of here with that shit.
Yeah.
But with Charles distracting him, it gave Logan the time to do that. And him ripping the anime, I feel like it also happens in the Morrison run too. Him ripping the animanium out of Logan's body does happen in the comic. Seeing it like that, I wish it was a bit more visceral. Like that was crazy, but I kind of also wish it was a little darker. That it wasn't just like, yeah, that it wasn't
Yeah.
just like the stuck panel, like the stuck freeze frame of the metal coming out of the animanium coming out of his body. I don't know, I kind of wish we saw him fully pulling it out of his body, nice and slow. Like, look at that crazy ass shit.
Yo, this
Like,
shit is crazy, bro.
like, do you know who I am? Do you know who I'm Magneto? Like,
Tragedy called life. But today,
like, sit
before
down.
perhaps for me, the curtain falls and the play is finished. Jesus.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, gorgeous. But I also feel like it's
Crazy.
also part of Logan's hubris too, that he feels like he's a tank himself, and
Mhm.
because of his healing factor and shit like that, sometimes it's like a bit of your ego getting in the way, and look what the fuck happened to you,
Yeah.
because you wasn't thinking properly. You weren't taking he wasn't taking the moment to take a beat and talk this shit out and
Yeah.
figure this shit out. You get the metal ripped out of you.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
so we know Logan doesn't die. He's got a healing factor, so that's the other real torturous thing too,
Mhm.
that as the metal's ripping out of him, his body is also healing at the same time. That's so crazy. That's wild. That's some wild shit. So I'm prepared just to see Bone Claw Wolverine for a while. I think that's pretty cool. But
Mhm.
this is obviously gonna be that, like, again, I think pacing is an issue. I don't think we spent enough time
Mhm.
with Sunspot, Rogue, and Magneto kind of just like stirring shit up and like actually working together.
Yeah.
Because I really would have loved to see that for a while, like building up a new brotherhood.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I felt like that was too short-lived, because now what's gonna happen is now Rogue is gonna see him as like, wow, no, this went up another notch. This got up extra, but oh shit, now another guy that I admire and have feelings for is now also dead, but he just hurt my other friend, but also my friend was trying to kill him. So I think she needs to go on a
Yeah.
very long vacation.
Very, very. Like, you know,
My girl's
that
been through a lot. My girl's been
she
through a lot.
need extended therapy. Like, homegirl is finitoed.
Yeah, she needs a break. My girl needs like a break.
Yeah.
And she could have had that on Genosha, but people took it away from her. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this episode was wild, very emotional.
Absolutely crazy.
Just really crazy. A lot of good points being hit. Like, I think like the high stakes of last week's episode
Hmm.
to set up for this episode, I think it all paid off like I said, I'm still having pacing issues, but it paid off in a way that I felt was very like, since we're going this fast,
Hmm.
this is a decent payoff.
Okay.
Um, Now what that means for next week's episode, a ton of things. Sinister's not dead, Bastion's not dead, unless Jean pops out as the Phoenix to fuck up some
Hmm.
shit, or Nathan is just like breaks the control he has over him. Um Somehow Magneto like, I think Magneto's down for the count, honestly.
Hmm.
I feel like it's gonna end on a I don't know, unless all the other heroes come together and like, hey guys, we saw that shit was getting crazy, and I know we're a little late, but like we're here now. Guys, contact Lorna. She could probably also fix this. She's just I don't think she's dead. She also has powers of magnetism. So boop 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 boop. Hello. Like, oh, yeah, I can't wait for next week. I'm sad to see it go, but I'm happy to see how it wraps up.
I feel it. Oh man. I mentioned it before. So well with the mind wipe because I know he does. I wonder if he would get mind wiped in next episode, Magneto, because of these actions as well.
Well, I
Um.
think it's probably gonna be a mix of things. Either he dies from
Mhm.
Logan stabbing him,
Mhm.
or Charles gets it together enough to, and because Scott would be in shock by this, gets
Yeah.
it together enough to shut Magneto down.
Yeah.
Right. So,
Even if they shut him down, then it's like everything else that's still going on. Like there's so much at stake. Um, I would not be surprised if more people die. I would not be surprised because
oh,
it's yeah.
yeah,
At this
we're
point,
just
man, yeah, I was just
we're just
it's
losing
it
receipts left, right, and
yeah,
center.
it's just like whose turn is it? Like, I mean, we're gonna ask any questions. Like, who's gonna die next? Like, bro, like, come on, man. Oh man. All right. I guess with that said, we'll leave it off there.
Yep, and I'll be doing my rewatch this weekend to take notes for next week's episode.
Mhm.
Because I know there are things I missed.
Mhm.
And even in the previously on, I'm just like, oh, I totally missed. I didn't catch that. So hopefully by next week I'll have a more concise little lecture for you guys on this stuff. That way I'll be able to also, if I'm not too distracted, pull out actual comic book dates and stuff like that. But I don't know if I want to do all that work, but like, we'll see. But I will be watching, I will be rewatching, taking notes, and I hope you guys will join us for next week's episodes, the season finale,
Yeah.
and the breakdown for afterwards. If you guys can't wait till next week, we did just watch the first episode of the new season of My Hero Academia, which is
Yes.
also up on YouTube. And if you'd like to support us, aside from, just checking us out on YouTube, if you want to see our uncut, unedited reaction to the X-Men or My Hero or all the other stuff we're watching, we're even watching some live action stuff at the moment.
Yeah.
Please support us over on Patreon. Again, I'd like to reiterate that, the reason why
Yeah.
Mike edits it in such a way where you guys can't hear the videos, because we're really not trying to get taken down on YouTube for
It's
copyright.
yeah, the
Because it's
copyrights. Long
yeah,
history, 10 years plus
right.
between multiple YouTube channels.
So
Dealing with
I
copyright
understand your
issues.
frustration for why it might be low, but if you want to hear it at a normal level, please consider sponsoring us on Patreon. I don't want us to get banned from YouTube. I'm having
Yeah.
a lot of fun interacting with you guys over here. But that would be really great if you helped us out over there too. Like I said, we're watching a bunch of other things,
Mhm.
live action, a bunch of other anime, and then soon we'll be taking on more Marvel and DC stuff. We're just trying
Yes.
to wait this out, see what comes next. And I think we might even have something else in store for you guys too following the season finale, but we'll let you guys know next week.
Yep. Yep.
Um, Yeah, and if you guys like this video and liked our other videos that are up on our YouTube channel, please, and I haven't said this in a long time, like, subscribe, and share.
It's been months, years, it feels like.
Yeah, like, I'm
Yeah.
super appreciative, and I'm having a lot of fun talking to you guys about X-Men. This has been really, really nice, and I wanna keep doing it with you guys, so, yeah, if you like what we're talking about and you think other people would too, please, yeah, share our stuff.
Oh my. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, folks. That said, we catch you guys next time. You already know. Doses.